Alright, this is my Fender Warmoth. It's not really a Fender. Fender replica made by Warmoth, Jazzmaster. The Tom DeLonge replica, as you can tell by the video title. I did as much as I could to make it as close to the original as possible, with a few differences. Tom DeLonge's was a Fender made. He had a subsonic baritone neck on his. And then there was a couple other like little differences. His, I'm pretty sure, had a Seymour Duncan and Vader pickup. But I went with the Dirty Fingers by Gibson. It is not a baritone. It's just a normal 25.5-inch scale length, so it's just a typical Fender like Strat or Jazzmaster scale length. Yeah, I didn't want to go with baritone just because I feel like it was a little more practical not to. I feel like most people don't use baritones. I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to, but I feel like whoever would buy this wouldn't want a baritone. I mean, I don't know. You could always swap out the neck if you really wanted to. So to kind of go through the specs of the guitar, which will be listed on the Reverb website anyway. Just a normal Fender American hardtail bridge, offset saddles. I know some people don't like them, but I mean, I haven't had any problems with them at all. Normal strap buttons, just an oval recessed jack plate right there. 500K pot, I think it was a CTS pot. It's a pretty normal metal chrome flat top knob. Everything, like I said, is made by Warmoth except for like the metal parts. So this is a Swamp Ash Jazzmaster body. I really like the Swamp Ash a lot. It seems to work really well with the Dirty Fingers pickup. If whoever buys this wants to swap it out, I mean, that's completely cool. I'm sure a lot of pickups would work. And it's really surprisingly light. I don't know how much it weighs, but I'd say it's probably in the 7-pound range. Maybe 7.5. I don't know. I've had some really heavy guitars. I've had some pretty light ones, and this one's definitely one of the lighter ones I've had, and it's really, really comfortable. The body underneath the pickguard is routed for a neck humbucker also, if you wanted to put one in, so you wouldn't have to get it routed. I figure it didn't cost any extra, so I made that option available if whoever buys it wanted to do that. The neck, like I said, is not a baritone, but it is a little different than I guess a standard Jazzmaster neck. It has a satin finish on the back, so it's a little faster. It's definitely different feeling from a gloss neck. Some people might like it, some people might not. I mean, I don't feel like there's a huge difference to a casual player, but some people might really, really like it. So, I mean, I like it a lot. Medium jumbo frets, they're the 6150 size frets. Rosewood fretboard, clay dots. There's no headstock decal. Warmoth does send a Warmoth decal with their necks, but you don't have to put it on. You can buy Fender decals on eBay and other websites. You can Google them. I think they usually range around $20, $25, depending on what it is. I've seen some really cool ones online that you could do, but I figure I'd leave it up to whoever wants to buy this can do that. So I do not have a string tree on there right now. I will include one if you want to use one. You know, it couldn't hurt. I mean, no biggie. I do have Tom DeLonge, or I have the tuning pegs from a Fender Tom DeLonge Strat neck that I had left over from another guitar, so I figured I'd use them. They are They're good. I mean, I've had a lot of good luck with them over the past few years, but I mean, I feel like locking tuners definitely would be a nice upgrade. I just didn't have any, and I figured, these ones would work perfectly fine, and I haven't had really any issues with it on this guitar either. So there's that. The nut, I believe, was Tusk Irvana, like standard nut. I think that's what it was called. But it seems to be pretty nice. I haven't had any problems with that. The nut was already routed for a gauge that I don't normally use. The 10 to 46 seemed to fit in there pretty good. You could use bigger strings or smaller strings if you wanted to, but I would suggest getting the nut filed to fit those strings more comfortably. Because if you're getting them pinched in there, then tuning could be a problem, and it just wouldn't sound as good as it could. So overall, it's a really, really nice guitar. I think it's beautiful. I didn't get too attached to it, so I don't mind selling it right now, but I could definitely see a lot of people wanting this. I mean, it's a really, really nice guitar. 22 frets, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I mean, it's a beauty. I don't know if I said this already. It's a maple neck, pretty standard, nothing crazy there. It's got the skunk stripe. I think that's rosewood, or actually it might be walnut. I don't know. Not really that important. But yeah, if you got any questions on this guitar at all, feel free to let me know. If it sells and you really want another one just like it, I mean, we could try and work something out if you want me to build one for you or anything like that. Something. Overall, the parts cost me around $1,000. Since it was more or less completely custom made. The neck was a showcase neck, which means it was something they already had made, but I chose a couple different specs to it. Like I chose the fret size and the finish on it, and the tuning hole size and everything like that. So for the most part, everything was completely chosen to what I needed. So yeah, it ended up being $1,000 or so with the pickup and all the hardware and just everything I had to do. So I am listing it for about $1,200. I'm hoping to get that. I mean, we'll see. I don't want to come lower than that if I don't have to, because I did put a lot of work into this, and I think it shows. I mean, it's a really, really nice guitar, especially for just punk rock and any sort of rock in general. I feel like you could really, really do with this guitar. It's really, really nice. So I'm gonna fuck around with just playing it a little bit, and thanks for watching. Check out the Reverb auction, or it's actually not an auction, but the Reverb page. And like I said, if you got any questions on it or anything you want to just ask in general, feel free to ask. So thanks. I know some people will say, John, you got to play Obvious by Blink-182 on this guitar, because this was what the guitar was known for. This was pretty much like used for one song a night for the most part. But since I do have really not ideal strings on it. I would normally use a little bit thicker gauge. I usually use a 10 to 52 instead of a 46. And it's not baritone. I mean, it would sound okay, but it wouldn't sound great on it. So, I don't know. I probably won't be doing that. But yeah, that's it. It's a great guitar for pretty much any other Blink song or anything like that. Like I said, I know Tom DeLonge used an Invader in this, but the Dirty Fingers sounds really, really good. It's got a little bit less low end, I would guess. Or the low end doesn't fill out as much as the Invader does. I feel like the Invader is a little bit more muddy. I mean, in some cases that can be kind of a good thing, and some not. But I don't know. Great guitar. Yeah. Okay, I'm done talking.